While a shorter season with double and triple headers was expected to add an element of uncertainty to the racing, after 4 races, Mercedes is in a league of its own, and Lewis even managed to win a race after getting a blown tyre. His teammate Valtteri Bottas was the only man capable of putting up any sort of resistance, but now he sits 30 points behind Lewis after a similar blown tyre would catch him on the wrong end of the circuit. Hamilton has revealed his thoughts on seemingly having no competition. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Hamilton, not our fault, we're doing better. Lewis began by explaining the kind of racing he likes. Honestly, look, I'm a through and through racer at heart. I've grown up, particularly when you're in karting. You've got the wheel-to-wheel racing. That's what has always excited me, and that's what gets me up in the morning. He then elaborated on why this isn't the championship he had hoped for. This is not the championship fight I would have hoped for. I'd much prefer to be having a super close battle with Max and Charles, because that's what gets me going. I think I'm still putting in the laps that are required, but it's not a close battle with Max in qualifying, and the same with Charles. He further explained how Mercedes should not be blamed for their dominance. I really hope in the future that it's closer. It's rules. Ultimately, every team is given rules, and at the end of the day, we've just done an exceptional job collectively, and you can't fault my team for that. That's not our fault. He signed off by being hopeful for the future. You have to look at the people that run the sport doing a better job moving forwards, I would say, ruling-wise. I think they're showing some signs. I think Ross is showing us a car for the future that's going to have us all closer. Hopefully it's not as slow as a GP2 car, and then hopefully we'll get some more karting-like races in the future. Fast feed. The race at Imola will only feature a single practice session, and the race weekend will last 2 days instead of 3. Red Bull's Alex Albon has revealed that P8 isn't where they wanted to be in the end, but if you look at where they were after the first few laps, you can say they made a good comeback. He also feels that this weekend he has to learn to be more comfortable with the car. The pace on the long runs is good, but he really needs to work on the pace on the short runs. His teammate Max Verstappen feels you never know what's going to happen next weekend. He further explained that the compounds are getting softer this weekend, it's getting warmer, and the strategy could very well be different. Haas team principal Gunther Steiner thinks that the penalty system does not work well. In Hungary, they entered the pits before the race, and they decided to penalise themselves a bit and start from the pit lane, but still got 10-second time penalty. Racing Point's technical director Andy Green admits things haven't gone their way, and they have made mistakes in the first few races. Lewis Hamilton doesn't want to tell what his opinion is about whether everyone should kneel or not. However, he pointed out that in other sports like basketball or Spanish and Italian football teams, there they do it as a unity. Former F1 driver Gerhard Berger has revealed that his advice for Ferrari Sebastian Vettel would be to quit. On the other hand, he knows Sebastian very well, and he just wants to win races again. Ferrari CEO Louis Camilleri has revealed that their team is working day and night to improve the car, and he has every confidence in them. F1's managing director Ross Brawn has said that the goal of the budget cap is to have more cars in 2022 that can compete for victory. And he further elaborated that the battle in the midfield during the British Grand Prix was a great example of this, and he is already looking forward to the moment that we have that at the front of the field. Should less practice sessions across a weekend become commonplace? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.